This thing's ready to go live. Okay, we're live. The other thing I want to check is also that I put your Twitter handle on my Periscope, so it's simultaneously streaming across Periscope, Twitch, and YouTube, and I think primarily it's going to live on YouTube.
Word. Gotcha. Yeah, this is really complex software. It's pretty neat.
Gavin. Oh, I didn't put your Twitter handle. Gavin Ray Dev as my guide. Okay, there we go. All right. Um, People are going to join. Oh, we already have 12 people. Hey. Um, if anyone's excited or has questions about Vue, we have an expert here. So uh, we already said hi, I guess, before we started. But you wanna introduce yourself, Gavin, to
Sure.
whoever's watching?
Yeah. My name is Gavin. I work at Hasura as a technical evangelist. I do a lot of JavaScript and TypeScript stuff for a long time, and I've been writing Vue since 2016, right after 2.0 dropped, and I also write a fair bit of React. So yeah, that's me.
That's awesome. I'm Swix. I work at AWS. Actually, Vue was kind of my first love because when I was starting out in web development, I was looking around the different frameworks, and all the others were kind of hard to learn, and Vue was relatively. I think Vue had the best docs. And then I betrayed Vue and went to React because of money,
Yeah.
because jobs are a thing.
Yeah.
I think Vue jobs have definitely blown up in the past 3 years, but I definitely don't regret betting on React. But since then, obviously, I've become a lot more comfortable, and I've been very interested. I mean, I'm friends with Evan. He's working really hard on this, and I could not pass up the chance to explore Vue 3. So that's why I'm here. Yeah. What we're gonna do today, I think what we agreed on is we're actually gonna we've I've been keeping track of like composition API stuff. I've been keeping track of like the high level. I also saw the talk that Evan did a few hours ago. Um, and I think we're gonna build a sample app using all the new features. But maybe Gavin, like something that you could do before we start is just to sum up, like for people, what are the big sort of headline things for V3?
Yeah, definitely. So the API really has more of a, and I hate to say this, kind of like a React inspired feel, right? So there's hooks, and instead of having these magic, component properties like data, computed watchers, you basically have one function which is setup and your lifecycle methods and your everything you want to return from like computed and data has to be returned from there as well. So yeah, they really slim down the API, and in my opinion, it's easier to use.
That's awesome. It's also smaller, harder, better, faster, stronger. Uh, TypeScripter.
Yeah,
He like yeah. I mean, it's a mammoth contribution in terms of like 2 years of sort of open source research and stuff like that. So cool. I think let's just get started. We have one comment from Rushy Codes. I think who has been on the stream before. Says One Piece. Now I gotta try Vue. I don't connect with One Piece. All I know is like there's like a One Punch Man. Is that from One Piece? I don't. I literally don't know. Anyway, um, cool. All right, let's get started. So we're gonna use Vite, which is like also like a new thing, just because Evan felt like he didn't have enough to do. He also went and made his own build tool. So I'm assuming that the default Vite gives me Vue 3.
yeah,
So we'll
yeah,
see, right? Okay, Vue 3. One thing I do like about Vite is that it's very fast. So definitely something I appreciate. Oh my god, what why is my computer? I'm like trying to npm install while live streaming. This is not okay. I definitely have Vite installed. Like I always thought that okay, so we have this here. Uh, I'm gonna try and like I normally have the repo open already, but I think this works. Let me know if you can see it on your end, in
Okay.
case you need to
It just
see.
killed it for me, but we can just reshare
Oh
again.
crap. Yeah, I'm gonna reshare again. Let's see. Snippet manager, GitHub, Git lens. There we go. Um, yeah, sorry about that. We should have just set this up beforehand.
Yeah, it happens, man. That's life.
Okay, I'm trying to start a collaboration session. I sign in with GitHub. Like I
30
already did all
OAuth
this.
redirects.
Huh? What?
30 OAuth redirects, man.
Oh my god. Uh-huh. Okay. Okay. Do I join? Okay. Oh, yeah. You're in my session.
Am I?
Okay. Let me try and invite you. Can I invite you like that?
Yeah, give it
How
a
does how
shot.
does this work?
I don't know. I've never used the invite feature.
Okay.
Oh,
How does that?
I'll
Did that
accept.
work?
Yeah, I got a button, and
That's
it's loading now.
fancy. Oh man, that's fancy. All right. It should be loading. We should have a index.html. There's no README because Vite is so minimal. Let's run this. Why not? So I think we just do yarn dev or npm dev. It's so unopinionated. Like yarn dev. All right. Vite command not found. Oh, I guess we have to install it. That's cheating. You should just install for me. I guess this is like localhost. I'm just gonna put it here. So I like to do this like sort of half screen setup for live streaming. And then if I'm coding, I can do like a third, like 2/3 and a third, something like that. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how you feel about these sort of live streaming setups.
Yeah. Do you have a big monitor?
I'm on my laptop right now just because
Oh,
I actually
that's
use my
metal.
monitor for my local machine. I need two monitors. Like I don't
Dude,
want to move.
yeah.
I basically have two desks and two offices. Okay, we're ready, and I think we're gonna try and start something. So, so this is running Vite. What version of Vue are we on? We're on
3.
Vue 3.0 RC1. Okay, I guess that's good enough. So we're gonna go localhost 3000 and count as O. All right, sweet. Okay, let's try all the new features.
All right. Let's do it. Um, oh, by default, it doesn't actually use the Vue 3 composition API.
Yeah, let's refactor. Yeah.
Okay. So what you got to do is import define component from Vue, and then here you do a define component. You can leave that there, and then you put a setup, and from here, let's also do reactive watch, and then let's say we have some state. And then we're going to return the state, and then we can consume that up here. So if you have like p, we have like state message. I forgot that. Okay, and now we have a hello. So sweet. It is reading a message from this reactive state object, which is basically, if you're using React, you're super familiar because you can just throw a bunch of stuff on state.
Yeah.
And then, so the way that methods work, it's super simple. So like, let's say if we have the count below this, so we'll put like p and then a count. And then basically you just put state.count here. So then the way that methods work is you just define a method. So we could say like const or function. and then you just have to return the increment function so that your template can use it. Basically, whatever you return here, these are the only things that are available in your template. And then if you have like a button and you do at click equals increment, and then I think that should run.
I think so. I'm gonna click on it. Yeah, nice. Sweet. Yeah, that's a lot less. That's a lot simpler than like the old data stuff, I guess.
Yeah, yeah, you basically throw everything on setup. The lifecycle hooks, it gets weird though, because you have like so you can have like on mount, right? And for some reason on this, uh, my viewer isn't loading, but I think that's the function. Your lifecycle hooks basically go inside a setup too, and that is a one bit that like is kind of weird to get used to. Because if you want to do like when the component is destroyed, it seems kind of weird to throw it in setup, but you basically register it as like a hook inside of there too.
Yeah.
But yeah,
No, we're used to that in we're used to that
and
in React.
yeah.
So what's all that about the sugar syntax? I'm pretty interested in that.
Yeah. So which part of it?
I think it's like script setup, right? And then I don't
Oh,
have to write a whole bunch of things.
yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
So yeah, I think Evan had mentioned that in the thread. I haven't used that feature yet, but I think what it does is let you define your component props as like a static thing. But we can definitely try that out.
Yeah. So I have it on my screen here. I don't know if you can see, but we could just type setup there. Um, setup, and then it says import ref from view. So I don't even need reactive. If that's what it's.
Yeah.
I don't
So
know. It
there.
looks so simple.
Yeah. You
Like, okay, I'm gonna comment all this out,
do it.
and I'm gonna say import ref from view, uh, and then I'm gonna export const ref, and essentially I think this is so increment is count, and then we can just say count is here. All right. So how do I show that this is different?
Yeah. Get rid
This is
of
count.
that too.
Okay. So this is died. I don't know why the localhost thing has
Let
died.
me let me try to reload it.
Do I have to? Okay. So I got a warning that it's experimental, but maybe just hot reloading's died. Okay. Yeah. There we go. Yeah, it works.
Oh, dope.
Sweet. So look at how much boilerplate it deletes. Um, why do I need to export this? Must this be an export?
Yes, so that's what exposes it to the template. That's basically
Mm.
equivalent to like this return down here.
Yeah. Sweet. Like, yeah, why like everyone should use this. I don't know. This looks so much easier.
Yeah, it's actually pretty cool.
Like I don't even have to so what's the point of declaring this component section? You see this? You see here? Um like so I just commented that out. I actually didn't know if it was gonna work, but it's importing this right.
Yeah, that's a good question. I don't know whether the component imports are exposed directly or how that works. Um, but I don't know. Is hello world loading? Like, is there the hello view 3? Or do we
Oh,
have
it's
to
not loading.
export? We have to
Oh,
export.
okay.
I don't know.
This how about this? Does that work? No.
I think you might have to do it in 2 lines. I think you might have to import and then re-export, but I'm not
That's
100%
lame.
sure.
No, you're right. Export const hello world. Um or export default. Hello world. And then does that work? Let's save it. Did that
Maybe.
work? Compilation
No,
error. Export default
yeah,
from. Okay.
because we got to throw it
Export
on
default.
components. basically.
Okay. All right. Hang on. I got this. Import hello world as HW, right? And then export const hello world uh, equals HW, something like that. Does that work? Unexpected token. Oh, apparently you can't do as.
You cannot do
So
as.
how okay.
I
Can,
have to
how
read
do
this RFC. I've never used the syntax trigger with the setup. Um, Evan did yell at me on the Hacker News thread about it though, because I was like, I wish you didn't have to redeclare your TypeScript types for props, and he's like, you don't. Read the RFC. I was like, okay, that's embarrassing.
RTFM.
Yeah,
Export
right.
cons. Well, so I'm trying to wonder. Maybe it's like export cons components equals, and then I put an object in there, and I say hello world, because that matches up nicer with Nope, that does not. Does that work?
Let's see.
That does not work.
No.
Hmm. I mean, it's not documented, so I guess we don't have to. I
That's
guess
a
we don't have to do this.
script setup. Yeah, I'm mostly just curious why that doesn't work. Um,
Let's see. So yeah, so it's only responsible for the setup section. Haha.
is there a component?
Oh, exposing
Expose
components.
components. Yeah.
There you go. You see that? Yeah.
Oh, you were
Okay.
close with the export default. You were so close.
Still though, this is so much better. This is so much better than the previous way. I was very excited about this when I first saw it. Yeah, there we go.
Oh,
It's back.
nice.
Nice. Okay. What else we got? So let's see. So we've deleted a whole bunch of like I don't want to do this like reactive stuff. But we still have like computed, we still have watch, and we still have on mounts that we haven't messed around with. I don't know if any of those are new.
Yeah, so we can definitely do that. The other two really cool things, in my opinion, are that you can just throw like lang equals ts on these
Mm,
blocks,
mm.
uh, invite without even setting up TypeScript, and it'll work out of the box. And then the other thing is I think it also has TSX support and JSX support out of the box. So like we could make a JSX or a TSX component. Um, but yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how to do that. What like should we should we try that?
Yeah. We could try to make a JSX component. So you have to do it in a separate file basically, because it can't go in a
Okay.
view file. So if you
Okay.
just make inside of components or wherever, you make like my component dot tsx or JSX, then we can
Okay.
export something and try to import it.
All right. We're here. So
All right.
are you saying like that? Like that. My component. Okay. So this is TS. So this is JSX. Well, I guess it's TSX because it's already there. So and I don't need to import React.
You don't need
Um,
to import anything because this component is stateless. But if you wanted to have
how can
local,
we? Yeah. Let's take in a prop and then take in local and then have a local state. Let's do that.
okay. So basically, it'd be something like this. So let's say like you have the const my component, and then equals, and then you have like define component which we need to import, and then you have a setup too, and then from the setup you can do whatever, and then you have to return a closure or lambda where you put your stuff in there. Uh,
Oh, okay. So this is what you mean by a TSX. I see.
yeah, and then if it doesn't have local state though, you do it exactly like this. Because there's like it doesn't need to define the component or keep track of anything basically because it just takes props.
Got it.
So
That's cool.
yeah, if we have state and then no state is up here.
That's really cool. Okay, let's do this one. Let's do this one. So it sounds like we have to import define component from Vue,
Yeah.
something like that.
Yep.
What else we got?
Yep.
I guess you're saying we have to have reactive and then the stuff that I just deleted.
Yeah. If you want state, yeah, you got to throw it in there.
Let's put it back. Okay. Uh, so we have this thing, and then we have to return it. Okay. So all this stuff in setup.
Yeah, you can skip the return statement because you return the JSX directly. So basically, in here is where you would put like the template content from the single file component.
Right. Yeah. Okay. What are we gonna say? We're gonna say. I guess. I don't know. It's always artificial coming up with these things. Um, oh, how about like a UL? Since this is pretty easy for JSX, right? So we can have like array dot what is it like array length, and then like we'll have a count in there dot map, and then we'll have it doesn't matter, and then we'll just return like an li. Actually, we'll just take like a count. I don't know if like what I'm doing makes sense. I'm just like making this up. So
Yeah, I think you.
yeah,
This
array
is
from.
what.
There we go. There we go. I don't know.
Yeah.
TypeScript doesn't like it. Oh, it can't find the name count. That makes sense. State dot count. That makes sense. Look at that. Type checking. Cannot find the name state. That's not good.
That's not.
Do we
a
need
thing.
to? Do we need to put it inside of? So what is this? What is this lambda function? Right? Do we have to return this?
Oh yeah. Return that.
Okay.
Return that.
So it says cannot find the name state. Okay. That works.
Fixed.
All right.
Yeah. Whoops.
Sweet. What?
That was just hilarious. I forgot to return the lambda.
So my components down in here, and then let's have instead of hello world, let's have my component. I would like to take props as well, but we'll see. Do we literally say count as O? Oh, we didn't give it a way to add something. So so we'll say something like, I don't know, add to list, and then we'll have a button at click equals to. Oh, can I do this in Vue as well, like an inline definition of a handler?
Yeah, so you in the JSX and TSX, you actually can't use the directives. You have to use them on click like React, and then do like the E and the lambda.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
I don't need an E. I don't need an E here, but I don't know if I can do a plus plus like that.
Yeah, you can.
Sweet. Whatever. Let's do this. Button. Let me format the document real quick. Did that work?
I think the only thing we have to do is import it in the other component, the app.
I did.
Oh.
I did. Did it crash? Do we have to reload? I think the.
Oh, okay, wait. No, I see what happened.
It says elements missing end tag, so something's wrong with my element. Nothing that I can see is wrong.
I think this is.
Are you somewhere else?
Yeah, because I think the problem is that it's importing the hello world twice. So this should just be.
Good call. Good call.
I don't know whether or not the single file component script blocks are interoperable with the TSX, but I think they are.
That's what we're trying out, right? Okay, so what are we looking at right now? Nothing's happening.
Unexpected end to file and tag element is missing end tag template.
I don't know if that Oh, hey, look, it says requested module doesn't. Okay, so we have to export default. You see that?
Oh, it's not default though because we named it my component. That's a problem.
Okay, so we don't export default as my component. We just export my component. Something like that. Hey,
Oh, we have. Oh,
almost. Not
but that's pretty cool. We
almost.
got a TSX component
Where's our
and the view component.
where's our I? Where's our I?
Uh, oh, okay. The arguments to the map is first what the element is, I think, and then it's the count. Oh,
Really? Yeah. You're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. You are right. Good call. Look at that. So we have a view script setup component, and then we also have a TSX component. That's cool. Why would anyone want to use TSX? Like, what's the draw?
yeah. Super valid question. When you want to do things, in my opinion, that are more abstract, like let's say you want to do like a case switch in a component and like return one of multiple, it's kind of more difficult to do that and uglier in single file components. And the other thing is if you want to define a bunch of really small reusable components, you have to make a file for each of them with single file components, which is awful. So like let's say we wanted to put like 8 components in this one file, we could do that. Whereas with single file components, you can't.
That's a pretty good reason. Wow. Sounds like you rehearsed that.
There's pains you go through, man, over the years.
All right. What else? What else? What else should we try?
We can make it take props. We can do computed. We can add watchers. We can do a stateless TSX component that doesn't have any of this like defined and is just like a pure function, and render that as well. Yeah, basically whatever you want to do.
Yeah. How about how like I'm not so interested. I mean, the stateless one seems pretty straightforward. I guess I'm more interested in the other stuff like the like is there any change to computed? Uh, and if not,
Yeah.
there is.
Yeah, so basically the difference with computed, um, I don't know where you want me to put it, but I could just do it here, is like, so what computed has become is that computed basically takes a lambda that like returns something, and then it calculates what it needs to watch from the reactive values inside of here. Um, and then watch has basically become like this. So watch is like some value, and then it's a lambda, which is like old, and then new val, and then does something. I'm pretty sure that's it. Um, yeah.
Your screen, your input's freezing right now. I don't see you moving. Oh,
Oh, okay.
oh, I see
Um,
you moving. I see you moving. I
okay.
see you moving.
Okay.
Okay, so let's try to compute like I don't know like the total of I don't know what are we computing? let's
We
do
could
let's do like some math.
double the list length or something. I mean, that's an easy one.
Sure.
Uh,
Uh, Constantine says, "What's up with composition API?" We're trying it out.
yeah,
We're
that's
trying it out. Any questions to ask an expert? Okay. Um, so we yeah. Are you doing the doubling thing?
oh yeah. I could just basically just do like state that count times two, and then like don't need the
I just
uh,
assign that, right?
yeah, just sign it, and then you can use it in the template.
Sweet. I'll just call it I don't know doubled. Okay, that's pretty simple. So no side effects inside of here, and then I guess the watch stuff is for side effects, right?
Yeah. So the watch, and then there's also watch effect. Um,
What's the difference between watch and watch effect?
oh man, this is the one that you're gonna get me on. I have such a hard time keeping them straight. Um,
Let's look at the docs.
yeah, definitely do that. Don't take my word on this one.
It's fine. That's what we're here to learn. We can search now. Watch effect. Ooh, okay. To apply and automatically reapply a side effect based on reactive state, we can use the watch effect method. I see. So it runs a function immediately, whereas watch maybe is lazier. Where's watch? Okay, watch. Let's go for watch. Okay, compared to watch effect, watch allows us to perform the side effect lazily, be more specific about what state should trigger the watcher to rerun, access
Yeah.
both the previous and current value of the watch state. Did you get that?
Yeah. You don't really wind up using watch effect as much because you can be more specific with watch. That's what it is. You can pass it the value, and then you get the old and the new and the change. But I think watch effect is like computed, where you don't like say specifically watch this thing, and it just tries to figure out from what you use inside of it.
Okay, I have an idea for what to do with this. We can go. Uh, we can increment. We don't always have to increment by one. What we can do is we can do a random number. So like math.random, whatever, and then multiply by 100, and we can math.floor that. So that gives us a random number, and then we can just calculate the difference, I guess. I don't know. What
Yeah.
should we do? Okay, document.title. Title.
Oh, that's a
Equals. That's the classical React use effects difference. What we do like view app jumped by, and then we'll append that string to this count. Okay, let's see this happen. I hope that worked. Then we got this. No, this is not working. All right, something went wrong.
something broke.
Nope, something went wrong.
Hmm. Uh,
What is
unexpected
up?
if. Maybe.
Unexpected if.
Yeah. What
We have
is?
an if.
There is no if. Oh, maybe that's an old error. Is it the doubled? What if we
What
comment
do we
out the
do?
double? What
Oh,
if we
look
do?
at that. Yeah. There's no. There's
Oh, got it.
what?
Oh, are you saying that there was a missing paren on the end?
I thought I was, but I'm not sure now.
Okay.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Um, no, it's still not working. No, it's not. It's not the missing parent.
Okay.
So it thinks that
Good.
there's an if somewhere. Why does it think that?
Let me try to comment this out like really quick. Let's see if it works.
Okay. I mean, it's hot reloading fine.
How did it break?
But it's just the script is just not running. We broke it somewhere.
Oh, should we try to restart it?
Kill and restart. Okay. Killed. Restart. Constantine has a question. Constantine says, "Can you extract logic similar to custom hooks in React?"
Yes, you totally can, and that's one
I
of
think that's what
the.
we did here. Yeah. So, but we can call it anything, right? So we can call it like, I don't know, like function use Constantine, function like I don't know, Constantine's logic, and then we'll call this a function. We don't even have to use it with the word use. We can just like take this, right, and then stick it in here, and then return state, and then we can just kind of const state equals to Constantine's logic, something like that.
Yeah, the only issue you might run into is if you destructure state later, it can break the reactivity because it breaks the proxy objects, but it doesn't matter because we're not destructuring it.
Hmm. Okay, that's pretty good. First, we got to fix our app though, because we broke it. It's still broken. What do we do?
Um, uh, what happens? Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know why it's broken. This doesn't make any sense to me.
Oh, was it the math.random thing? Okay, let me just get rid of that. Oh, it could be. It could be. It could be. I think it is. I think it is. It was the math.random thing.
Oh wait,
Because
yeah. Why? Why was that?
I was adding plus to that, right? But I didn't assign it. So I needed a plus equals.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, look at that. Okay, so and then my document.title says view apt jumped to my minus 53. Oh, so why does it say minus 53? Prev count. Oh, prev count is 1 and then count is 54. So that's why. You see that?
Yeah.
So document.title is view apt jumped by minus 53 because I added 53 items. Okay, I'm happy with that. That was super random.
Yeah.
Okay, I should maybe not multiply by 100. Maybe like 5 is enough. And then I can show doubled in there as well. And that should work. That did not work because I need to return this. So I'm kind of using this like a hook. So I have a core state thing, and I have a computed state, and I return it as an array, and I can consume it as reusable logic down in here. Except it doesn't like state.count. Ah, okay. Ah, do you know how to fix this? This is a TypeScript issue.
I mean, you could do state.
Simel developer says, "Is that view 3?" Yes, we're doing view 3. Yes, we are trying out view 3 for the first time. I am with Gavin's help. Sweet. What did you do? State as any? No, dude. No,
Yeah.
no. That's not. Okay, this is something I can teach you. So the reason. Okay, let's look at the type signature, right? So I think I undid what you added. So let's look at the type signature. The type signature says property count does not exist on type count number union computed ref number. And so we have to figure out what's the reason we have this weird union type. And the reason we have this weird union type is because that's the return signature of this. It has function Constantine's logic, and then it returns this weird union type. It returns this object with a count property, and then it has a union of computed ref. And if you look over here, actually, I'm just going to rename this because this is a bit distracting. So I'm going to just say like, what's like reusable logic, whatever, has doesn't is not as distracting. So the type of state, right? The type of state is an object, right? And then the Constantine has got it down here. And then the type of doubled is computed ref. But then the inferred type is this union of these two things. You see that?
Yeah.
Because it's unioning this into an array of like anything that it sees in there.
Oh,
So
yeah.
what Constantine is saying is he's got it right. He says return as const. So that when I type as const in here, that actually changes the type to a tuple with just in the first position I have the objects, in the second position I have the computer ref, and then the errors go away.
Oh,
They're all
dope.
inferred correct. Yeah.
Sweet.
See
That's
that?
super
Yeah.
useful.
Yeah. It's a nice trick. I mean, you don't use it too often because you don't write tuples that often in JavaScript, but you might, you know. It's just a good tool to have for debugging.
Yeah, yeah, that's super dope. I'm gonna use that.
All right, what else are we gonna try out?
Uh, let's see. Everything still work? Do we break it?
I think I don't know. I think it's fine.
Cost. Okay.
Yep,
Okay.
yep.
Sweet. Um,
Double doesn't work. Hang on. Double doesn't work. What does a double work?
I don't think that ever worked from the beginning, and I'm not 100%
Yep.
sure why.
All right, let's dig into it. So yeah,
Oh,
doubles
because
just
we need to read
what?
value from computed. That's why.
How do you read
Uh,
value?
like a dot value, because I think it returns a ref. It doesn't
Oh,
return like a regular object.
they should warn whenever that toString is used. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's like, did you mean to toString this? You probably did not. Yeah. Okay, double works now. There we go. Nice. All right, it's good enough for me.
Sweet. Um, yeah. I mean, we've gone through the big pieces of the API, to be honest. Um, like reactive and computed and watchers. Just knowing those, you can build like a lot of stuff. So
That's
that's
awesome.
pretty cool.
Okay, I want to try one more thing before we finish. I want to try the style thing. You know
Oh,
what I mean? Like the other
the
sugar syntax.
state, yeah, the state-driven styles RFC.
Yeah, let's do that. Okay, so style vars. I don't know what this is. Okay, I'm just gonna copy and paste from this.
Sounds good to me, man. I don't know how this one works either.
um. Okay. Huh. Does it just take from state? So do I just call this count? But I can't do it. I can't do count because I only have access to CSS variables. So it has to be a string, right?
Yeah, that makes sense. Basic
All right.
example. So pass the
White.
object as follows.
All right. So I'm gonna have here a div. I'm gonna have inside of the div a form or input type, and I'm gonna have the color here, class equals to text. Uh, text. Is it vbind? Yep. Vbind color. If that works, that would be amazing. Oh, I need some padding as well. So like I'll just say padding 1M. Okay. How's that?
This one, I think you might want vModel. You want to put the color as the input's value?
Yeah,
Okay, yeah, use vModel.
that's good. Good shout. All right, so let's call this red. No, it doesn't. It doesn't reload. Do you know what I'm trying to do? Oh, hang on. No, I don't know why. Sample.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, okay. I use color. I was expecting background color. Oh, that's JSX. Oh, look at that hot reloading. Look, yeah, that hot reloaded because the default value is white, but I put red in there and then I changed the color of this thing. Did you see that?
Yeah, it's pretty
So
dope.
so if I change this to border color and I set border, uh, is that good enough actually? No, how do I set like border size?
One border 1 pixel solid and then color.
And I know, but I have to set the incremental. I have to set the individual properties in order to make this work.
Hmm.
Border width, 1 pixel. That did not work. Border. Do you know? Okay, what's the border shorthand? Border shorthand. Border MDN.
It's like 1 pixel.
It's border width. Yeah.
Solid.
Oh, solid, solid. Okay, I gotta say solid. All right, that's fine. 1 pixel solid. But you know what I mean. Like the reason I have to do this separate is so that I can set the color separately. Uh, Look at that. So it's still hot reloading, because it's still red, even though I could change it to like, I don't know, green, um, and I could have like 10 pixels there. It's still fine. I could change this to outline. Uh, I could change all of these to I don't know. That's not a good difference. I'll just change this to background color. Yeah, yeah. That's hot reloading for you. I didn't change any of that value. Yeah, it's hot reloading. That's awesome.
That's pretty sweet.
How
I have not seen this
how
one
ex-
before.
how experimental can you get the like? Can you? So I guess I was hoping for a little bit more magic. Like I want to like string interpolate these values. You know what I mean? But here he's only letting me use CSS variables.
Yeah. I don't
Anyway,
know why that is. I wonder if it's a technical limitation.
he probably wanted to make it simpler. That's a good enough reason for me.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Okay, cool. Yeah, sounds good. Is there anything else you think we should cover?
Um, no, man, I think for the basics, this is most of it until you get into stuff like Vuex and like state. But we did most of the directives and did a JSX TSX component and mixed that in, which pretty cool. Most of you devs don't do that, but you can if you want.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean,
yeah, I
this
don't,
this really has like the best of React in here. You know, um, like yeah, I can see why he likes this more than hooks, because there are no funky rules to this. You can really do whatever you want.
yeah, yeah. I think Vue has a really amazing reactivity API. Um, it's kind of cool. You can use that on the back end too. So like you can just import Vue/reactivity and like a Node app, and you can set
Really?
up like watchers and stuff like that. Yeah, you can use it without the DOM. So it's pretty cool.
Okay, but where's the rent? Like, what does it render to?
It
Like,
doesn't render anything.
like when I
So
when I set a value, where does it fire off some sort of re-render somewhere, or you know?
I don't think so. I think it's like internal, like proxy, like change tracking stuff. But it's like a separate namespace package. So it's like at Vue/reactivity, and then you can
Yeah, yeah,
just
yeah.
import the primitives from there, and you can use them in the back end too. It's pretty neat.
Yo, let's try it. I want to see this for myself. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna write Node.js. So, so I don't know, index.js, and then you're saying I can do this, right? Uh, Import. I don't know. What is it? What am I importing?
It should be at Vue/reactivity. You might have to
Okay.
install. Yeah, yeah. There you go. And then you should have access to like I think reactive and watch in the exports. Um, I'm not
Okay.
100% sure which ones you get. Um,
Yeah.
okay, yeah, and then you can basically just make like a reactive object. So you could be like const state equals reactive blah blah blah.
I'm just gonna go like text. Actually, we could just say text, right? Like it doesn't have to be an object. Does it have to be an object?
If you want to use primitives, you have to use refs. It does have to be
Oh,
an object.
what's the difference between a reactive and refs?
So refs, I think they actually call reactive under the hood, but they're more meant for primitive
Oh,
values. So they're
got it.
they're like a use state basically, where you get like one value. Um,
Yeah. All right. All right. We got this. So we have a state. How do we test this in Node?
You want to probably like set up a watch that watches state and then log something, and then on the line underneath it, change state.text, and it should fire the watcher.
Okay,
Um,
state.text equals to new state, and then watch. Uh, and then I think it's like state dot text,
mhm.
and then it's a comma, and then it's like new val. Uh, oh, it's like val and previous value, right?
Yeah, I'm never sure on the order, but those are the two arguments.
Okay, all right. We'll just log this, and we'll just say val, priv val, and then we'll say we'll call new state at the end. Okay, moment of truth.
This will break from the import without experimental modules.
Ah.
Yeah, I hate this part about Node. That's why I use TypeScript.
Well, also, I mean, Node 14 is gonna have it. So I'm on Node 12. Yeah, Node 14 is gonna have it. So I mean, I don't want to change things too much because, like, in a year, everything's gonna be, import ES modules. Like everything's gonna be able to read import. Okay, watch is not a function. It says. What does that mean?
Why? Hold up.
Do we get it wrong? Do we say?
I gotta go dig in the repo.
Let's do it.
I'm gonna try to import this in this TypeScript really quick, just to see what it exports.
Are you doing something on the?
Yeah. I just want to autocomplete the exports from Vue Reactivity. Reactive. And, oh, there's
I can also dive. What?
There's a. It
There's
doesn't use watch. It uses effect. I think that's what it uses. Effect, not watch.
So this is what I do. This is what I do when I I don't have docs. I just kind of go through the code.
Oh yeah.
All right.
That's easier.
Where's effect? There's no effect.
I don't know why.
Oh,
it
here.
doesn't-
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So it takes a function. It doesn't take any arguments, and it has an options. So the signature of this is a little bit different than what you said.
Yeah.
So how do you use effect?
1 second.
At maybe I can search at reactivity effect. Oh, so this is really low level view stuff.
Yeah. Okay, here we go.
Effects is a terrible name just because it's hard to search.
Yeah, so what happens if we do effect and then inside of the effect, we just like console.log state.text. And I'm wondering if that would, if that'll pick it up.
Okay, doing it. Sweet. All right, moment of truth. Let's run it. Effect is not defined. Oh, oops. Forgot to import it. All right. Moment of truth. Hey. Did that do what we thought it would do?
Yeah, so you have an initial hello world, and then we change state.text, and then it logs new state again. It reruns the effect.
Yeah. Hey, we just ran view server side.
That's pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
All right. Well, that was cool. I'm sure there's a lot more. Like there's some cool stuff in particular with this the server side rendering optimization thing, right? Like the way that they I don't know what you call it, but like, they'll make all those templates static that are static, and then only the stuff that gets re-rendered gets like all those different.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like it's like reconciliation, but it's not because it's server side basically, right?
Yeah, yeah, it's pretty cool stuff. Well, yeah, I think that's it. I don't have any other questions. I think this is all, you know, um, yeah, it's pretty amazing.
Word, word. Well, that was fun. Super appreciate it.
Yeah, awesome.
Thanks for hacking with me, man.
Thanks for joining on super short notice. I was just like, if I do this alone, I might make a hash of it, and then people might blame me for not doing view right. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, I think this is it. I'm gonna call it. Thanks to the 16 people who are still watching. I think we went up to like 50 at our max, and then people saw we were just screwing around, so they just kind of lost interest.
Yeah.
No, but it's always cool. And thanks for joining. I'm gonna end the broadcast, but we can stay on for a bit. Bye
Word
everyone.
sounds.
Bye everyone.